All right. Yeah, we're starting soon here. I guess by soon we mean right about now. Good morning. Holy crapola. What a massive, massive drop they gave us yesterday. As popular as that might be. Hey, hey, Saturday morning. Let's bring up the game here. All right. Music volume. Music should be gone. Okay. Any staff profession. Okay. Well, hey, let's get into it. Good morning, guys. Robin bringing up doing things with staff. What builds do I have that I really like staff on? Wow, I think Tuesday is going to change Ventari Rev a fair bit. That's going to be interesting. I'm actually pretty stoked about the Ventari Rev changes. Ranger only class. Please keep an open mind. Well, you know, Ranger, I'm like probably me and what Paper Roll are the only people who actually enjoy playing Untamed. Let's get some game music going here because we can. And because we love that Corteria vibe. All right. What am I playing staff on these days? I gave a very good attempt at a staff Elementalist Catalyst build over the last few days, but finally went back to hammer on that. What do I play staff on? Mirage. Staff Mirage. I am a big believer in the staff Mirage. What else do I play? Let me just pull this up here real quick. Vindicator, yeah, the Vindicator heal. Let's see what else. I'm actually playing staff off on my Condi Virtuoso, which is not the optimal pick by any stretch of the imagination, but I quite enjoy it. What else am I playing staff on these days? Heal Tempest. Heal Tempest really likes the staff. Looking through the list here, I'm staff offhanding or staff off weaponing my my Harbinger, but that is not what I would call really great. Oh, best staff in the game would be Daredevil. Daredevil. Yeah, Daredevil, Staff Mirage, Staff Virtuoso works pretty well as well. But yeah, if I'm going to play Staff on anything, I'm playing it on Power Daredevil because Power Daredevil is just joyous. Unfortunately, it has none of the good stuff these days. It's just your straight up power DPS. Yeah, not sure what to tell you. I am a big believer in the staff right here. Staff Rev is still fun, but needs a good swap partner. Agree. You know, you Staff Rev for like power damage. A lot of people don't give staff the credit it deserves. Staff on power has a really good on revenant, has a really strong auto attack. And I think that's going to see some real big changes probably this week with the quickness buff to it, because I would think that that would actually be pretty interesting. So if I wanted to run staff these days, I would probably wait till Tuesday, wait and see how the quickness thing shakes out. I'm not really sure that we're even aware if we can fully perma the quickness without any kind of jimmy leg on that. So that's going to be interesting to see what we actually need to do to perma the quickness on Herald. But I would think Staff Herald would be a lot of fun. But yeah, I am a big believer in the good old Staff Daredevil. It doesn't have the kind of sustain that you want for big game hunting, but for anything else, instance content, if you're going through like dungeons, strikes, etc., this is a really nice, simple power DPS. The way it will work, and let me just hook this up because I changed this, is if you've got it set up correctly, you get a little damage buff after dodging, and then you'll just kind of put the damage buff into play and then just hit from the side or from behind. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Power Staff Daredevil. I'm not sure how that works on Asura. Probably good because there's lots of jumping. Let's take a quick look here. I have an Asura who is a thief, and I know this shocks you all. Bear with me here as I pull out Dizzy. One of my favorite characters here for her look, but I've got this one set up as Condi, I want to say. I've got it set up as Condi Daredevil. Let me get back to Fields of Ruin before anything else here, because that is just how I roll on a Saturday morning. What weapons do you think will be available for the fourth expansion classes? Garbo, I'm going to be honest. If we don't see rifle on Ranger at some point, I will be very, very surprised. I was actually surprised. What the heck are you throwing at me? I will be very, very surprised for us not to see that. So really we could set this for Bounding Dodger. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a really big fan. Yeah, I did this one pretty over the top, to be honest with you. Plus, you know, Caddy and I's hats match today, which I think is really important. All right. Post-patch, what specs will rise up to the meta? Is Healing Vindicator going to be a thing? You know, I'm not sure. It's really going to depend on those Ventari changes, to be honest with you. And I think if we're looking at heal, we're probably looking at Herald instead of Vindicator. And we're looking at Herald because of the quickness. But again, like I say, we're going to need a couple of days to play with that to see if that's actually going to be a thing. And really, it's going to be how hard is it to perma the quickness. I've got everything set up for Tuesday to really play with that. I've got a Revenant all set with fully ascended Harrier's gear, which I'm going to give a shot at that point. But yeah, I am a fan. But yeah, if I was looking to build a staff character, back to the original character, the question on Asura, I would probably go with the jumpy jumps and the smackies on Daredevil. The smacks are worth the effort. Let's go catching up. So, what do you think? Yeah, I mean, I would be very surprised to see Ranger not get rifle. As for the rest, I don't know. I've got such a bad track record at predicting these things. I had a bunch of real big predictions going into End of Dragons about who would get what, and I think I was right about Mesmer, and that was about it. And I was actually really surprised that Mesmer didn't see an offhand dagger. I'm kind of surprised we didn't see like a dagger involvement on that one. But so be it. This game and its weapon types. You're talking about a game where a revenant great hammer is a ranged weapon, etc. So. It really isn't. It really isn't something I'm really good on. Really good on predicting. But as for what's coming for the meta, I am like the wrong person to ask about that. I think Catalyst is still going to be pretty decent. I'm reading all the take it out back and shoot it kind of comments, and I just don't agree. I just don't agree at all. Nerfing the damage on on something that's doing 40k DPS by 10% still means 36k DPS. It's pretty crazy. Catching up here. Is the birthday candidate shoots cake? Yeah. I'm just surprised that Caddy's character here is a year old, to be honest with you. Let's see. I want the legendary rifle. I've thought about it. Rifle is one of the 2 terrestrial weapons I have left that I've not made a legendary for. I have not made rifle, and I have not made a longbow. Those are the only 2 weapons I don't have a legendary version of. I use rifle so little. Speaking of rifle, hey, rifle hollow is going to be really solid after Tuesday. I may go back on my celestial hollowsmith build and slap a rifle on that and see how it goes. Bryant, good morning. Ronnie, good morning. Alex, good morning. Rev Hammer, Thor plus Mjolnir. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I've never made that hammer fun on Revenant, as Caddy can attest. I have tried more than once to make Hammer Rev fun, and it just doesn't work. Ferris is a nice longbow. Yeah, Ferris is a nice longbow, but I will be absolutely honest with you. I don't use longbow on anything. I'm not currently using longbow for any of my characters on any of my specs. I'm not a fan of it on Ranger. I way prefer the short bow on Ranger. So, and it's the same thing with rifle. I've got one kind of unused character using rifle, and that is my Deadeye, who is now a Spectre. Oh, look at me. I have one of these too. I can equip it. And I too will shoot birthday cakes. All right. Dope. So yeah, those are like my 2 least used weapons. Like I use Torch and Warhorn. Who doesn't love cake? That is absolutely correct, Caddy. Who doesn't love cake? You know who doesn't love cake? Assholes. Assholes don't love cake. So yeah, back to the question. Ferris is really nice. I actually think the new Oreen longbow is nice, but if I'm gonna make a longbow, it's gonna be just to have one in my armory, and I'm probably just gonna go and do the Gen 1 on that because they tend to be a fair bit cheaper. Yeah, I think the rifle hollow is going to be a thing. I think it's really going to be a thing after this week. Now that my NG uses mace, I want to make the moot. You do want to make the moot. The moot is one of the few. It doesn't have a bad little journey if you actually do the whole crafting bit on it. It's not awful. It's not as good as a couple of the other collections, but it's not bad. It's not a bad collection, and it's got those footfalls, doesn't it? Let's check out those moot footfalls, shall we? I believe Newts is rocking the thing here. Yeah, the Moot is probably one of my favorite legendaries just for those footfalls. We'll just pull it up here. Let us see. Equipment. There we go. Yeah. Those little disco footfalls are just too cool. I am in the wrong Fields of Ruin. There we go. Hoping Elementalist we get Longbow. Elementalist Longbow, not a bad choice. I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to Elementalist, they get so weird with what they try to do with it with the elite specs. I thought Tempest was a little strange. I thought Catalyst was a little strange. I think Weaver thematically was the only one that made sense. That is a beautiful legendary right there. Rocking it with Astralaria for the full flex. And Chuka and Champawat. Yeah, okay. It's the Saturday morning legendary flex. What can I say? Yeah, I don't know. What I'm more worried about with Elementalist is they don't, I'd like to see them deliver an elite spec that isn't trying to be all things to all people for a change. I'd like to see them just do like a straight DPS spec. I'd like to see something like Virtuoso was. I'd like to see something like Mirage. These are like straight DPS specs, which it just seems to me every time there's an elementalist spec, they try and just do all the things on it, which is fine, but we've already got enough of that. And I guess Weaver is supposed to be, but man, Weaver's a tough nut to crack. Tough nut to crack. First time I saw the Moot, I wanted to have it, but no tunes use it. Wow, Robin needs a Rev, Mace, and Staff. Yes, there you go. Mace and Staff on Rev. Though the Mace is typically a Condi weapon, and the Staff is a good power weapon. So really the solution there is you need 2 Revenants at the very least. Yeah, Ronnie, I will be honest with you in terms of the legendaries that I have made. Chuka and Champawat, absolutely not just the coolest in terms of the looks, but I don't know if any of you guys are out there making legendaries or have made more than 1 or 2, but when it comes to the actual journey of a legendary weapon, nothing comes close to Chuka and Champawat. It's got a story. It's got all these real cool collections. And if you haven't done it, I don't want to give out too many spoilers, but you end up raising these tiger cubs. You get this special little instance in the Mount Maelstrom jumping puzzle you can go to visit your tiger cubs. It's absolutely fantastic. It's what every legendary weapon should be. And it's really a shame more aren't like them. And that's actually why I won't make Ferris, because it's a Gen 2.5. And those Gen 2.5s are just material sinks. The only thing legendary about those is the amount of elderwood you have to chop. It's absolutely redonkulous. So I'm kind of done with those. I made the horn was the last one. And honestly, the only reason I made the horn was because you get the playable music horn on it. And that was, I think, the last 2.5 I made. Oh no, I made the scepter, and I made the scepter because you get the little lizard coming out and flying. I have to try it. Built Hope a few years ago, and the collections were exhausting. Sorry, Ronnie, you do get the mini. Hope is very similar to Chuka and Champawat, only this story is better on Chuka and Champawat, to be honest with you. It's really understated in footfalls. I like the footfalls on Chuka and Champo. I think they're really kind of nice. They're really kind of nice. Let's take a look. My dream LE spec would be Shortbow Alacrity Elite spec with 100% crit on weapon skills, no other elements. You know, that would be interesting because when it comes to actually what they do with the elite specs, you know, an attunementless elementalist is probably not too far away from the kind of thing that they would do. I would think that the attunementless, you know, the swapless. We need to switch maps here, Caddy. The swapless elementalist is the kind of thing they would do. You know how they did. You know, the mesmer without clones, the ranger without pets, which is kind of the way they design these elite specs and kind of addressing different points, or you know, the kitless engineer, which I think was what Holosmith was supposed to be, or sorry, what Mechanist was supposed to be, etc. So no, on Ferris it's understated. Yeah, I haven't taken a look at Ferris. I'm probably just gonna go and I'll be honest with you guys. I'd probably just go grind out the gold at this point and just buy Leaf or Kudzu, because I can't do the legendary grind anymore. I just can't. I've done so many legendaries. I mean, over the last 2 months, I did the runes and I did the backpack and I finished that achievement for the amulet. So I don't know. I can't do it anymore. I agree on that. They should make a new elite spec, call it Archmage or something, where you have to pick out via traits what kind of Archmage you are, like a fire Archmage. You know, that would be an interesting idea, Alex. That's the kind of thing that they would probably do. Like, yeah, pick one of 3 elements to, you know, be that kind of mage kind of thing. That would be interesting. You get extra abilities on F1, 2, or 3, but you can't swap elements. So yeah, almost like the Firebrand idea, etc. Yeah, Burnout Ronnie, absolutely. I am fully legendary burned out over the last 3 years. I have that, you know, I did almost all the weapons. The only weapons I don't have are a rifle and a longbow at this point. I have one of all the rest of the weapons. I have a set of medium legendary armor, which I grinded out in World versus World. And if you want to talk about legendary World versus World grind, Cattywampus here is the queen. She has done all 3 sets of legendary armor. She has done one of the trinkets there. She is like the legendary queen. I enjoyed making Exordium. I was going through cancer treatment. You know, Exordium is, I'm going to hard disagree on Exordium, because Exordium was just a 2.5. I made Exordium because Caddy decided it was I think that was the first legendary that Caddy wanted to make, was Exordium. So I followed her on the journey because I didn't have a legendary greatsword, and I liked the effect changes, the way that the weapon changes its form during certain attacks, etc. So yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful skin. I will give it that. But again, it's like the 2.5s and that Elderwood and Mithril grind were just a little too much for me to enjoy. I really just didn't enjoy it. Yeah, you're just along for the ride. No, Caddy is actually the myth, the legend, the legendary, the best damn support scrapper on Jade Quarry, and now I guess you're the best damn support revenant on Jade Quarry. What's that like, Caddy? Yeah. Let's take a look here. That was different animations for different classes, absolutely, and the Reaper animation when you're going into that, where it becomes the scythe, is just too crazy, just absolutely crazy. You're the best damn support rev on jQuery Caddy. I'm not sure that really there's much more to say than that. There we have it. All right. So, hey, does anybody else have anything to say about those balance notes yesterday? Oh my, what a shit show on Reddit. Holy smokes. I guess they got people pulling out like secret dev comments and good grief. Yeah, you're working on getting the raid legendary. The raid armor is something I will do if I ever actually decide to raid more than I have. I have my 12 Li. I'm pretty happy with that. Completely underwhelmed with the Untamed section. Actually, funny story about that, Bryant. And I think I can pull this quote up. Give me a second, because there was something really interesting about that. And if you bear with me for a second, one of the devs pulled up actually spoke some interesting stuff on Reddit about Untamed. Bear with me if I can pull this up really quick and maybe put it on your screens, because I'm working on being one of those streamers that can actually do that. And here we go. And let me just see if I can find the quote here. All right, so let's grab this here and see if I can make this happen for you all, because this was interesting. This was interesting. And no, don't show notifications. Okay, so now I have this, and I can go into here and make this visible. And I believe that's now visible on your screen. So this is from Anet Solar. And he said, okay, no, this is the wrong quote. Good job. Good job, Mind. Having a great day of it here. But let me see if maybe I can find the quote. And, Solar. Here we go. And I will try and find the actual quote. Here we go. Here it is. So let me bring this up. And okay, I have it. And now I can put it in here. And I'll read a little bit about this out. So there are no significant changes for Untamed coming in next week's patch. It is getting a few damage increases, but I'm not going to claim that's a real solution to making it fun and relevant in PvE right now. The designer behind Untamed did create it and the tools available to it through a PvP lens, and as such, it's very effective there. But that focusing on CC and punishing CC targets doesn't translate as effectively to the general PvE play or champion/boss encounters. Is that actually showing on your screen? Yeah, cool. So we're working on several approaches to this problem. Some have already snuck out live early improvements to the user interface and feedback on activating pet skills. More are incoming. The number one piece of feedback we've seen every time Untamed is brought up is a desire to be able to set the F1 and F3 skills back to a state where the pet can use them automatically when appropriate, and that's absolutely understandable. So the changes that they're working on currently, like, they're aware that there are problems, and I'll just, kind of skip over the rest. But they are aware that there are problems with Untamed, and they're working on it, I guess, is the best way to put it, which I actually think is pretty good. I mean, I'm not one of the people that believe that there's a huge problem with it. So there we have it. Didn't read them. So much drama happened yesterday. Yeah, Robin, it's typical though. I mean, that's just kind of, I don't want to shit on the community too much, but most of the drama is typically, Dunning-Kruger powered. So we'll just leave it at that. I'm just glad the patch is finally almost here. I've been sitting on my hands for a couple of weeks, afraid to build something for fear that I would lose it in the patch. Gil, that was the same. It's the same problem that I was having. I kind of did that Mechanist video this week, and that's kind of where I'm at with builds. Everything else that I want to do for the channel is not build related until that drops. And honestly, though, there aren't a lot of really huge changes coming that are going to really impact anything. I think that Ventari is probably the really big change. I think that Spectre is getting a bunch of changes this week that I'm kind of excited to look at. Maybe it'll finally make Spectre worthwhile. But otherwise, there weren't a lot of huge changes. I was deathly afraid they were going to nerf my mech. Ronnie, wow. So a little bit of a buff, I think, for mech. I guess they're nerfing some of the Condi power, the Condi damage off it. But power mech is going to be even more viable. A little bit of a head scratcher there. I think of the head scratchers that came in yesterday's patch notes, the fact that there was no meaningful downtuning to Mechanist, no, as usual, truly meaningful downtuning to Firebrand, which I gotta think at this point they're actually pretty happy with. So yeah, Brian, yeah, they are working on it. They actually are working on it. So, kudos to them. I'm not one of those people that really thinks that Untamed is in a bad place. I actually really enjoy it. So that's just me. So yeah, Dunning-Kruger powered. Yeah, well, a good number of the complaints on the forums and on Reddit were really from people who didn't understand a lot about what they're talking about. But, that's not to say that everything's like that. I think the warrior changes are not exactly healthy. I think that the way that they down-tuned Catalyst is a head scratcher. Holy smokes, what a weird way to balance that. That was just really, really crazy. Yeah, huge surprise. Power mech, yeah. Power mech is actually gonna be a little bit more viable. It'll be interesting. Clockwork Bard, I think at this point ANET wants mech to be viable in top end PvE, and that means face rolling open world. They're fine with that. I mean, you think so, but that's not always the case. I think the problem with Mechanist isn't so much the damage that it does. It's the same problem as Firebrand. It's just doing everything else at the same time. It really is weird. Put DH back on the map. I don't know. Did they put DH back on the map with yesterday's change, or with the changes coming on Tuesday? I'm really not sure. They put DH back on the map. That I'll sit down and play with it like I do after every significant balance patch, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you all that I don't enjoy playing Dragon Hunter and I'm not going to make a build for it, because that's what happens every time. But yeah, poor Warriors. Warrior is not in a good place. Those changes to Warrior I can't see as being a real benefit to the Warriors out there. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying that Warrior is in a bad place for a very long time, since I put together that Spellbreaker video last year. I think that Warrior and Thief, Thief got a little bit of a bump with whatchamacallit, with Spectre, but man, Warrior really just doesn't know what it wants to be anymore. Is the best way to put it. I'm really not convinced that they're really on the right way. And you know, and that's not to say the Bladesworn isn't great. Bladesworn is really fun, and I enjoy Bladesworn, but man, I would love to play some Spellbreaker and feel like I was doing something, and I just don't. I just don't. It's just awful. Let's see. Oh no, did they mess up Catalyst? Well, here's what's going on with Catalyst. For those of you who are not, not reading everything like I am obsessively. So basically, in order to perma quickness, you take a flat 10% damage debuff. It's weird. And the reason being is that all the top speedrunning groups were just, stacking 3 catalysts for every 5-man group. It was absolutely ridiculous. But we want DH so bad. Oh, man. I've tried it. You above all people, Caddy, know how much time I have tried spending making a interesting, fun Dragon Hunter build. And it is pretty much my great white whale. That and effectively playing Chronomancer. Chronomancer got some weird changes yesterday too. For those of you guys who put it out, like Chronomancer is going to be weird. Warrior has never felt like the straight ahead just play class that it wants to claim to be. I think, Gail, that is pretty insightful for the open world experience. And I think it's always had its place in top end content. And I think, I think Spellbreaker for a very long time was really, really good in World versus World. I played a lot of Spellbreaker in World versus World until just, man, nerf after nerf to the bubble. And I mean, that bubble was like one of the most interesting, impactful ways to play any class in any game mode in this game. I loved the fucking bubble. But wow. Other than that, Spellbreaker, kind of a dud. Zerker never did it for me, though I did, I do have a Condi Berserker open world build that I haven't really done much with, but we'll see what changes on Warrior after Tuesday. But man, Warrior just not in a good place, Let's see. You have another heavy class. I have all the heavy classes. Oh no, you're asking Robin that. I love my catalyst so much, and now I'm getting comfy with the rotation too. I tell you what I cooked up this week on Catalyst, and I'm just gonna show this off to you all. But pardon my sniffles. I spent this week playing a lot of Elementalist. I was playing a lot of Tempest in open world, and I cooked up this support catalyst build here that I had mixed results with. Caddy and I did some basic testing on this, and I ran some T1 fractals with only fangs yesterday on it, where I was punished for the fact that I haven't done Sunqua Peak in about a year, and did it on a build I was not really competent on, and the results were not good. But that was straight up learn to play. What's most important, though, is this hammer skin looks just absolutely amazing on my catalyst here. But yeah, really enjoying this. I'll pull this up for you guys. Currently running monk runes, but I think what I'm actually going to try are some radiance runes on this, because we will look over at the build here. Running air, water, and catalyst, running these support traits here. We're running powerful auras. We're running Zephyr's Boon, Inscription, but I'm not sure I'm getting much value off this. And in fact, I'm getting none here, to be honest with you. So probably going to want to change this up probably to here, because I am running this in Minstrel's gear. So, and we're running fresh air. Your internet screen is in the way. Wow. Thank you for pointing that out, Caddy. I should really get rid of that. There we go. All right. So yeah, pulling this back up here so you can actually see it. So, yeah, I'm not actually sure about the air on this. I'm really running air for fresh air so I can pop back in and throw that shocking aura back down on people. But I'm not sure that's the play. Everything else, though, I'm really happy with. But yeah, this is my catalyst. There are many catalysts like it, but this one is mine. So that's what I spent doing this week. Let's see, catching up with chat. Okay, love my catalyst so much. Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice looking tune. Great color combo. Thank you. Thank you. Catalyst is not exactly. Yeah, sorry, Gail. My bad. Yeah, Catalyst is not the easiest thing to play. It really isn't, particularly the way I've got this set up. It's all built on combos. But it's fun. It's fun, and it's really generating a ton of heal. And let's give you guys an idea of how I'm playing this. Caddy and I will go and do a bounty here. Let us go here, and let us hit a bounty. Get a better idea here. Full Metal Catalyst, MC Tubman. Well, you know, I got to be best at something, so it might as well be fashion. All right. Did I hit something here? All right. And so Caddy will hit things because she's on the Virtuoso, and that does redonkulous damage. Gil, I think you've got a really good point there in that this is probably something that Ellie as a class needs, is a little bit simpler kind of way to handle this. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see if I'm doing this correctly. There we go. So our heal numbers are real. The quickness is perma. I guess I better get over to these and not die. But I'm really struggling with the complexity of the rotation, the healing rotations, to be honest with you. I'm not at the point with it where I can actually competently handle any kind of mechanics. But we're working on it. So as you see, a lot of it is, whoa, I am just not doing this well at all. So yeah, good Saturday morning, low effort. Let's get on over to this. Maybe we'll be able to do this, Caddy. I don't know. This may not be our greatest shining moment here. Let's get some heal on you. So the heal is legit anyway. Should probably figure out a way to get some more heal. I tried it with staff, but the staff is not awesome. Let's get Caddy a little more heal. Oh, well, she didn't need it anymore. Good job. Good job, Mind. Good job doing nothing. Thanks for nothing. Alright, I'll catch up with chat here in a moment. And just, like I say, it's a little bit complicated. Oh, somebody came in to help us. Thank you, whoever you are. If I know you or not. Well, yeah, I can't tank that. Oh, it's a sad day for my Ellie. It is a sad day. There we go. I need help. That's right. Yes, I do. But I'll help you. Okay. So the problem with doing this on staff is actually about energy management. Staff really suffers from energy problems on this. So, but Hammer does not suffer from these issues. Let's get some protection down. Get the quickness back up. There we go. So there we have it. Yeah, getting back to what I was said, Elementalist could really use that easy kind of solution that we gave to whoever just are you jumping? Okay. Goodbye, jumper. All right, let's go back to the waypoint. So that's kind of how that works. It really, I got to get better with it, to be honest with you. Showed up late. Good morning, Zero. Good morning, Zero. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. Run, Force, run. I find staff slow. Yeah, staff is slow. Staff is slow by design, I am sure. So there we have it. That is about that. I think at this point, my plan here today was actually to talk about balance and then work on an achievement, and I thought I would put this out to everybody. Oh, this damn dog. Kill the dog, Caddy. Do it. Carry me through this dog kill, because my minstrel's gear is not going to do it, to be honest. So really what I'm actually thinking about doing here this morning is doing I Survived, which I don't have up on here. Do I have up on here? I Survived is actually, yeah, it would take me all day to kill it. Okay, fine, be that way. So, I Survived. Defeat an Eye of Zaitan while it has 10 or more stacks of energized hologram in Dragon Arena Survival. So, what that means is doing a bunch of Dragon Arena Survival. So, if there is anybody out there who would be interested in joining Cattywampus and I in farming the crap out of Dragon Arena Survival for about an hour, it's the 5-man instance of the arena, and you really have to go through the entire chain. Ronnie, you if you are on NA, you are in, absolutely. I'm going to take this character here, and then we'll see what's going on. Yeah, absolutely. Send me a message in game to MindCircus1506. And I will hook you up with the invite. Caddy, would you do me a really big favor before we do this, though? And would you hop on your Revenant? And I'm going to buy you something for your Revenant for this. Thank you. I am going to buy you a little present. And I want you to swap out your runes for this run. Yeah, we'll be playing in Hullbreck. Absolutely. Absolutely. I just got to get something to Caddy here. Let's see. I will pull this up. And we will go to the Blackline Trading Company. And we will grab the Traveler runes. Is it Traveler runes? It is Traveler runes. And I'm going to buy you 6 of these. Okay. And then I'm going to send you these Traveler runes because you have the legendary armor, so you can swap these in. And then I am going to give you the build that I'm using, and really what all this does is just gets your alacrity uptime a little bit higher. So let me first send you the build, and I will copy this and send it to you, and then I will grab these runes and I will email them to you. Whoops, I won't sell them on the trading post. I will mail these to you. And if you would hook that up and just try and keep the alacrity up, that would be great. And then I am going to get back on that catalyst because I need a little bit more practice with it. And then we will grab Ronnie and anybody else who wants to join us here. We got a couple of empty spots. to do some Dragon Arena survival as we are talking through our morning goodness and see where we're going with that. I'm just going to pull this up here. Do you want this on Selly? Yeah, I do absolutely want you running Selly on that. So that is that. So I will handle quickness, you will handle alacrity, and then anything else anybody would like to do. By the way, I missed this about an hour ago. Creep, thank you very much for the follow. I'm sorry I'm really bad on acknowledging follows. But hey, that is just me. Anyone else? Couple minutes for you to join. I will actually... give a couple of minutes. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick 5 minutes and step away. And that means you as well, Caddy. You are free to step away for 5 minutes, and we know what that means. And then, Ronnie, send me a DM to mindcircus.1506, and I will send you an invite. And yeah, we will take 5 minutes for a quick break, and then we will come back and we will grind this out. Okay, I have returned. I believe I have all but one person. Ronnie, couldn't hear what you said. Yeah, okay, got you, Woot. And we got one more spot here if anybody would like to join us for this achievement where we will just mindlessly bash on dragon stuff for a while. We have Caddy providing some alacrity here. I'm going to handle the quickness and the heals, and yeah, so another quick minute. Anybody who might want to join us here, and we will go in and bash some dragons. We could probably do it with 4, but obviously would prefer a 5th. Let us see, where am I at here? All right. Okay. Let us just see if there's anybody else here. I'm going to put a call out to one of my guilds that I have. Okay, and I will just tell them here that I'm running this. G3. About to do the I survived achieve. I have one spot open if anyone would like to join. All right. Checking out here. I can come. Oh, yeah. Andrew, absolutely. You want to join us? Absolutely. Would love to have you if you want to send me an in-game message. Whoever hits me up first, I will absolutely grab them. And then we will do it. We'll go. We'll go. Let's grab some food while I'm here. Oh, look at my bags all full of trash. That's not going to be a problem, is it? Let's hit a vendor while I'm here. And let's get this. I would, but I'm doing some prep content. That... prime content fishing. Oh, one of my friends is doing fishing. All good. We doing I survived or regular bash? We're doing I survived. So we're doing the dungeon version here. I just need to clean my bags for a quick second because obviously I'm a hoarder. I am truly a hoarder. So we'll just wait another second for Andrew here, and then we will go. Oh, this is not a vendor. Oh, this is a pain in the butt. Andrew, what's your ID again? I am Mind Circus 1506.1506. Let us clean our bags. I am partaking of some magic vapor. Is that what you kids are calling it these days? All right. All right. Let's clean this out. There we go. Caldori Crow, I'm inviting you. I got to add you as a friend. And now I can invite you. There we go. That's a pain in the butt. Let's get rid of this. And the boar bristle, because, yeah, that's important. Let's pull that up. And I think that will do for my bags for this. I think the rest we will be good with. Okay. So, back here. And then once everybody is here, we will get started. This will be funny. I call it the garage. Well, yeah. The garage. This is how we clean up. Oh, yeah. Midnight. Rocking the full holographic Asura. That skin is hilarious. All right. So we got everybody. There we go. Let us join the explorable mode, and let's make it happen. This is going to be the first time I've made a serious effort to do this. Caddy and I have gone in a few times, and then we'll make it happen. So as soon as Miss Bender gets here, there we go. All right, let us start the event. Okay. Have some quickness. There we go. Have something useless. There we go. And then we have it. So there we go. So yeah, I mean, gonna play this this healing catalyst thing that I've cooked up. My apologies for the lack of whatever it does. already. Let's get some quickness on you guys. Shocking aura. There we have it. Guess we should pull all these into the middle here where things matter. There we have it. Look at those boons. Look at those boons. It's almost like we know what we're doing here. What the hell? There. It's a beautiful thing. So did we get stacks off that? We are missing 0 boons. That's crazy. Proof that even the least accomplished derper can be relevant in this meta. Have some quickness. And there we go. Melty. That is melty, my friends. Loving it. Suddenly inspired new tune. Dan Boone. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we are plumbing the depths here this morning on our show. I'm going to miss this when it's gone. I've been a big fan of Dragon Bash. I like it better than most of the alternatives when it comes to the smaller festivals, and they've had some good stuff this year. There we go. Okay, well, I'm liking that, guys. I'm liking that a lot. Heals up in a second. That's cozy. That is cozy. So, anybody else have any ideas about that balance patch? Anything that came to mind? I think the Vintari thing was the big one for me. The Spectre changes look a little more interesting than maybe Spectre was otherwise. Rifle Hollow, I'm probably going to go back and give another try to. Anyways, I'm not a big fan of Rifle on Engineer, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's get some prot. How about some prot? You guys like protection, right? And there we go. I suppose those changes to the size of the sphere buffs will be nice as well. Oops. Oh, shocking aura, you so crazy. There we go. Beautiful. We're going to have so many of these like dragon coffers when we're done. Hey, for those of you who are interested in big loot, Caddy won one of those big infusions this week. I guess it hasn't sold yet, but yeah, she got one of those 2,500 gold infusions drop this week from these events. So yeah, not yet. I know, because yeah, lucky girl. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, Catalyst. You really are wonderful. Oh, I can't describe to you guys how nice it is to be doing this event and not having somebody totally Jimmy leg it with pulling all the mobs in weird directions. This is nice. This is nice. Alright, so quickness has been permed. Alright, so we are good. And the damage is really nice. The damage is really nice. Beautiful. Oh, this Hydra is a pain in the butt. There we have it. I have quickness harbinger. Yeah, you know what? I'm all for overkill. You know, I'm a believer in overkill, actually. I will overcap a stat and just not even care. I will honey badger that shit. Oh, that is pretty smooth. Hopefully we won't mess up the eye, and then we'll be good. Oh, shocking aura. There we have it. Looking at chat. Okay, we good. We are up to date here. So this will be 1 of 10 once we are done it. Missed the aura proc, but so be it. Big derping. Huh, that's interesting. So I'm guessing the changes to Catalyst will probably make it a little easier to maintain this quickness uptime. There we have it. Let's kill the eye. Let it hit you. That's pretty sweet. All right. Nobody's dying. Everybody has quickness. Everybody's got alacrity. It's Saturday morning fun. All right. Hey, if you are out there and you are new to the channel, new to the chat, new to any of this, you want to throw some questions, comments, concerns, you want to vent about the changes yesterday that were announced, you want to just ask any questions about this game, feel free. We have a lot of interested, competent people around. Why is that aura not sharing out? That's interesting. Let's get some prot going. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. There we have it. Me mistargeting. Oh, that ping pong at the end, though. Crazy. All right, here's the eye. This is the test. I miss the old. I miss when this thing used to have retaliation on it, and you go into the groups and they just all just wipe on it. It was crazy. There we go. Wow. Brake bar's broken. I'm going to start taking this competence for granted. So nice not pugging this stuff. Alright. Shocking aura for the win. Oh boy. See, that's the thing about this build that I don't know. It's never going to be a big deal in, you know, the high-end instance content, but being able to proc that shocking aura as quickly as this one is set up is really nice. Okay, so we got our first stack, do we? Where's our first stack? Do we not have our first stack? Where is it? Oh, we have to start the event again. I see. Okay. Let's continue. Do we not have the... That's interesting. Did we not... I'm looking for this achievement thing here. Because... Oh, that's right. Actually, they go on the boss afterwards. Never mind. We good. We good. Let's get some quickness and make this happen again. Okay. I forgot that it's not a buff that shows on us. It's a buff that actually shows on the boss after you've done it. So, there we go. Let's make her happen. I don't know. As far as festival events go, this one is pretty damn good. Checking up a chat here. And we are up to date. All right. Beautiful. Let's get some food going here, shall we? The Ice Beast? No, not the Ice Beast. Did any of these give chill? Yeah, you get chill off hammer too. That's barely useful. I left them speechless. Well, you know, it was a pretty harsh meme. I don't know there, gal. That was a pretty dangerous pun there. There we go. I feel like this should be doing more. Maybe the problem is my, my 98k per second. Or my 2k per second DPS. Yikes. Have to look at that now, shall we? There we go. Okay. Let's get her happening here. That hammer 3, though. All right. Yet another quality content memes here for our Saturday morning on the I Survived. So there we have it. I hope we all get like incredible loot. This really is probably the main thing here. The Mega Destroyer, not just any destroyer. There we go. Oh yeah, I just camped that, didn't I? There we go. It's going too smooth. There's no memes. We all have to like put on a crap build or something to make this interesting. Going too smooth. All right. 1,000 storms. The man of 1,001 storms. Should have brought Scourge for this. Scourge would probably be really dope on this. The pole and the not parasitic contagion, epidemic. That would probably be pretty strong. Let's get some quickness on you guys. There we have it. I survived for the masses. So, you know, for those of you guys who are in the channel right now, maybe watching, listening, etc., let me put something out to you guys that I'm working on. And if any of you guys are interested, let me get your feedback on this. And Gail, this might be right up your alley if you are listening. I am working on a combat basics video for this game, like how to get a little bit better at the combat in this game. So any of you guys out there who have like anything that you think really should be handled in a video like that, I've got like 7 things, and like this is super newbie stuff, like, you know, zoom your camera out every once in a while, and you know, keep in mind that you can change your build and gear at any point and things like that. Yeah, I thought you might be, Gail, because this is actually based on your suggestion specifically. I'm done the script on it. Ooh, took a hit there, didn't I? I'm done the script on it, and basically I pulled out 7 things, and it's all super newbie stuff, like, you know, watch your keybinds and stuff. Oh wow, there's me talking and paying the ultimate price. But it's super basic stuff, like, you know, making a few different changes to your keybinds, which I think a lot of people could benefit from. Not that I think that everybody who's a skill clicker, Caddy, not that I'm talking about you, but I think that, you know, binding a couple of keys, making sure you're not keyboard turning, and stuff like that is probably, you know, good advice to give. Oh, that float though, that Harbinger float is a beautiful thing. So if any of you guys have any ideas out there that might be included in such a video, I would love to hear those, because I'm gonna start cooking the video probably today, tomorrow, and it's gonna involve such things as, demonstrations on why it's important to either use a DPS meter or to at least test, etc. Lots of ideas. No, no, throw them out right now, Gail. Throw them out right now. This is the time. To be honest with you, this is going to get repetitive pretty quickly here. We've got another few rolls to go through this to get our achievement this morning. All right. No, no, this is distract away. And these people are just carrying my heels right now. Yeah, I would love to hear it. Now is the time. And that goes for anybody else out there. If there's anything that, you were thinking about, like ideas, things you wish you had known when you started the game is kind of the main idea. Other things that we might want to keep in mind are, things that you might teach a friend who is just picking up the game, things like that. I think are what I'm really interested in for this, because I think it's a good idea for a video. I think. For those of you who can't see what's up on the screen, Caddy said that I wish I knew Sam was what Sam was worth before I used it. For those of you who don't know the story, and I've told this once or twice, when Caddy first started the game, and we were idling our tunes in Fields of Ruin, she would go and do Ogre Wars every day. And Ogre Wars has a chance to drop a trinket, a level 80 trinket that's worth about 300 gold. And Caddy, who has the best luck at drops in this game, and we didn't know it at that point, had Sam drop. But was so new to the game that she actually equipped it, not really realizing the worth of said object. So kind of a sad moment. Along the fundamentals to comment, what classes exceed and struggle? That is, Gail, that is a really interesting thing, because now that you mention it, one of the things to really, I would think, make clear to people, particularly those used to other MMOs, is how different the melee combat in this game is. And the melee in this game, particularly for newer players, can be really punishing in this game for those who aren't used to it, who may be used to another like a more tab targeting, kind of a more classic MMO combat. Really, I've noticed, find the melee in this game to be punishing as hell, and that is something to address, I think. Macro max, yeah, pointing out those kind of things is actually a really good thing. Partial to the AoE settings, centering on target on button release. Going over those AoE settings is probably a really, really good idea, Emmanuel. You are right about that. I will absolutely agree. And Gail, back to what you're saying about, getting into class limitations, pointing out that Necro's mobility and even Guardian's mobility without Willbender is pretty harsh. Let's get that Shocking Aura up. There we go. Oh, Shocking Aura, you're almost as good as Basilisk Venom. You are great. Oh no, Midnight. We got you. Look at us. Hard failing these mechanics. Beautiful. Hey, I just got it. Did you guys all get the achievement? I thought I needed to do that like 5 more times. All right, let's make sure everybody got the achievement, and then we're good. One last to make sure. And then Miss Bender. We'll just make sure that Miss Bender got it, and then we are good. Targeting could be a massive video on its own. Whoops. Oh, you got it. Cool. We are pros. Let us exit here. If any of you guys want to stay, I think there's a daily Fractal. If any of you guys want to return to Holbrook, I think there's a daily Fractal that we could bang out as well. We'll go find an easy Fractal and just bang that out for dailies if you haven't done it. Close. Yeah, we are literal Guild Wars 2 gods. So you can grab whatever you want at this point, Caddy. I appreciate it. You'll probably want to put your runes back, those Traveler runes. Yeah, T1 is where we would rock it, Caldori. Not a problem on that. Let us make our way here. I'm not even sure which one we're going to do, but I know it's daily Fractal here. Son and I were talking this morning about how he's astonished at the mobility of his new thief. Yeah, and the problem with that is that in instance content, that mobility, which gives the class its definition, is really hop on star. She's got all my AR. Absolutely, go ahead. All that mobility is of very little use, and then you got the stealth mechanic. And the stealth mechanic, again, not the most usable thing in PvE content. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Thief these days. But, yeah. I think that's probably a really good point, Gail, is to point to some of the more important class deficiencies, I don't want to say, but identity kind of things. Wait for everybody else to join. Yeah, we don't have to do that. Midnight's still in Arborstone, but we will grab it. What will we do here? Oh, we got some really cool dailies, actually. Wow, these are like the dailies I like doing. Cool. Let us do chaos. Party of your member is... Oh, yeah, no, we'll just join the fractals. So leads to another video I'd like to see discussing the give and take differences inside a class, such as how Daredevil... Yeah... The problem with that, Gail, and this is absolutely something I agree with, and we'll just wait until midnight gets here. The problem with that, Gail, is then really what you end up doing is talking about a class guide, like a little bit about every class. And I think that there are a lot of really good videos like that out there. I know Teapot put up one a few months back. I think that, and I forget his name, but he does like these classes in 100 seconds deals that are really good. And I think he does a really good deal about that. I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying, and I don't disagree that it would be a valuable video. But then at the same time, I worry about making, videos that are already covered by so many people. And in some cases are firmly out of my wheelhouse. It's one thing for me to talk about Ranger in open world. It's another thing for me to talk about Ranger in instance content. So let me hook us up with a fractal here. That would be a very big series, but I think it's one of the problems for a person who doesn't know how to choose a spec. I don't know if I have anything more to offer on the whole choose a spec thing than has already been done, to be honest with you. This is not a. I mean, I know what you're saying, and I think the choose a spec videos are probably useful, and I think more than that, probably really good for traffic for a channel. You know, for lack of a better thing here. Wait for our other two joiners here. Oh yeah, no, don't worry about AR. We're just doing tier ones. You don't have to worry about. I mean, you can if you want. It doesn't matter, but no big deal either way. I'm not sure I'm running a ton of it. But it gets back to, you know, the choose a spec. I'm not sure what I could do differently than anybody else. We'll just wait for Miss Bender to ready up here. And I think that really until I get something in my head about a different way to deliver it, then basically, here's all 9 classes. Here's what all the 9 classes can do. I'm really kind of, you know, hesitant to make a video like that, which is not to say that those kind of videos are useless. They aren't. They just already exist in such ubiquity. Really my thinking on that. Oh, Caddy coming in with the big damage. Be more concise and an intro to an intro. Yeah, I mean, the problem is being concise is probably the thing I'm worst at when it comes to my content. I've been making real strides at becoming better at it, but yeah, this is one of the places that I've really struggled historically with my content, is being short and concise. Oh, these jumping puddles. Don't worry, we will. Yeah, I'm not good at it either, as you can see. You'll be able to GG in a few seconds. Missed. I'm sure somebody will get through before we do. Oh. I'm going to get through. Oh, what the hell did I just do? Oh. Did you guys make it? Can we GG? No, we are still at explore further. Wow, this is my greatest shining moments all caught on stream. There we go. I'm not sure how to enable that for you. Oh, you just have to go up to the platform up there, guys. Whoever made it through and isn't derping this hard like I am. Don't worry about it. Yeah. No, they don't have it. Oh, there we go. All right, just GG now. Somebody's in combat. Who is in combat? There we go. Retry. There we have it. Okay. All right. Let us go and beat up these kitty cat golems. Jumping puzzle. One day they'll revoke my... Oh, jumping puzzles are my least favorite content in this game, to be honest with you. I'm glad they're there. I know a lot of people see value in such things. I'm just not good at it. Not good at it at all, and I do not enjoy it. And I realize that this makes me a bad person. There we go. So yeah, back to the newbie guide thing. I've got one part where I'm going to talk a little bit about just making sure you're in the right mindset to improve in this game, which I think is a problem for some people. I think that some people just don't carry a healthy mindset about improving. And then the rest is going to be things like adjusting your camera. I'm a big believer in putting your heal skill on Q and things like that. Talking about just always being attacking, always being auto attacking at the very least, which I think is important. And just always be tapping buttons, which I think is something that some people may kind of struggle with. So it's going to be things like that, you know, and there really will be a little bit of a section where we talk about the benefit of running a DPS meter, which, while I understand the downsides of, I'm still a big DPS meter advocate and really feel that everybody should be using one until ArenaNet gives us one. There's going to be a demonstration on that about why that's important. Things like that, really, to be honest with you. Let's get you guys some quickness while I'm coming in here. Let's kill that break bar, shall we? Oops, my bad. I got you. Oh, Tier 1 Fractals, you are the most wholesome of all the content. Let's get her done. Couple more seconds, I'll have the quickness back up. There we go. That should be good. Yay us. So, onwards. Used to having Tempest here, so I don't know how well I will do on this part. Whoops. Look at us all missing the fire. We got that one? Nope. It is lit. The fuse is lit. Alright, well, I got some frost aura out there on us all, so let's go get this last fire. There we have it. Or I could go the right way. Oh, Mind, what are you doing? Mind. Did we lose everybody? Oh, I will get through, and then we will GG. Or I will take the wrong step up this little ladder here. There we go. All right. We made it through. We are the GG champions. Oh, you know what? We're all bad at fractals. Don't worry about it. Let's just do her. Okay, let's kill this boss, shall we? What happened? Who did we lose? We lose. I get you. There we go. That's okay. The jump missed you too. There we have it. I'm just gonna out heal this. There we have it. Why pay attention to mechanics when you can out heal them? Alright, well, you know, I think healing catalyst is a thing. There we have it. We've cleared our daily fractal. If you want to hang with us, Caddy and I usually will go through a few of these here, so we'll do that. Seeing something that is worth pointing out, shouldn't always center your target attack on foes. Learn how to make use of target. Seeing something there that is worth pointing out. Shouldn't always center your targeted attack on foes. Learn to make use of target. I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about, Gail. To be honest with you. Let us kill the Aether Blades. And there we have it. And yeah, for those of you keeping score, that's my vape. That sound. So there you have it. Oh, did we... I'm not up for this. Sorry, guys. That's fine. I mean, you can quit if you want. We don't care. You were fine. If you don't have the time. Okay. Well, we go. We roll with 4 because we are warriors. If you knew a foe is move, hit him with the edge, but you still have the bulk of the effect thing hitting him in the direction that he wants. Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah. That's a targeting thing. You know, there really should just be a, like, targeting video, I would think. All right, onwards. When all else fails, the rule, swim as low as possible or get wrecked, son. There we have it. I got wrecked. Yeah, that's an interesting point. I'm going to have to think about like some kind of targeting video or something. Because I think that's where a lot of people, you know, that's why a lot of people end up defaulting to the action cam. You find that a lot of beginners, they're all like, well, I'll just use action cam. Action cam's so much easier, or what have you. We will wait for... Okay, there we go. Let us take the lead. Let us kill the dudes. Caddy, just burninating the people. Holy smokes. Wow. All right. For those of you who don't play with Caddy every day, she's a bit of a beast on that firebrand. There we go. There we have it. All right. I have no way to cheese this. This sucks. I hate this. I'm so bad at this part. I die on this like every time. I'll catch up with chat here in a moment after I finish this crappy part, which I am awful at. And it's always at the last part that I die here. There we go. Oh, made it through. All right. Have some quickness. All right. Weak targeting skills often equals slow combat. Wastes your quickness and alacrity if you can't get the skill off in a timely way. I think that goes back to who was it earlier that was talking about using the snap targeting on AOEs, which, you know, the only reason I don't use is because of world versus world, to be honest with you, because if you use that snap targeting, any AOE skills that you have in world versus world, like I tend to use those to get annoying people off walls. If you've ever played World versus World, you know what I'm talking about. Utility reminder. Yes, I will take my utility and my food. You know what I'm talking about if you played any World versus World, about targeting AoEs on walls and stuff like that. If you put that snap target down, it becomes much less impactful and much less useful. And the reason is just about being able to target an area versus a person, and that's why that snap AoE targeting is not something I will default to, but it's probably something that in PvE I should probably give a little bit more thought to, and really about showing people that kind of stuff, because I think that that's really a big deal. And because weak targeting things, you know, I've seen people miss their auto attacks because they're not targeting correctly, and sit there swiping and just pounding away and not hitting at anything, and it's because their auto attack doesn't lock, right? I think that's a really good point that you're making there. Quickness and alacrity are nice and everything, but I have a problem setting the expectation that it should always be there, because so much of open world is solo play. And I know a lot of people actually disagree with what I'm saying there, but I think that a lot of open world is solo play. I don't think you go into things like map completion, which is a lot of what Guild Wars 2 is, and how a lot of us play it. You don't go into map completion thinking about, you know, area boons and you know, somebody else giving you heals and somebody else giving you quickness and alacrity, etc. And I still think that kind of needs to be looked at, because as we're moving into a more team-oriented version of the game, which is what Dragon's End is trying to do, and I have no problem with that. I think the problem that comes up is that you can't rely on a build that isn't self-sufficient when doing a lot of, you know, what are your day-to-day things in this game. You know, while a lot of people may default into that open world, or sorry, into that instance content, and that may be the end-all be-all of their day. Oh, missed on that one, didn't I? That I still think that the self-sufficiency needs to be planned, and to live in this world where we always have quickness and alacrity isn't where most of us are still going to live. And I point to that survey I put up on the channel where, you know, almost 700 people chimed in, and 2/3 of them had never done a strike mission. I think really stands out as something that needs to be considered as we are recommending things to other people. This catalyst is not strong on this encounter. Oh my. But we got through. Go us. All right. So, I mean, you know, that gets to what I've been talking about since I started this channel, really. That you can't just put a raid build into open world and then tweak it. You need to build for the appropriate, you know, circumstance. At least I've always felt that way. And then you'll have your raid build for otherwise. I don't think that that's an awful thing to do for most people. Let's do my trend and struggle with the saddest part of Fractals currently. Boy, the nerf to this encounter made me sad. They nerfed my Trin's voice. And that really makes me sad. All right, somebody else is going to have to go in. No more winding our springs. No more noggin. No more riding the escapement to its end. Man, that nerf to Mitrin's voice is just awful. Guess what, Caddy? This is way easier to do with 4 people than it is with 2. Crazy. I know. Oops. Might as well want to refresh. Yeah, it's another control panel. Okay. Well, let's see how sideways we can make this one go. Oh, nice with the marks. Nice with the marks. Yeah, no, This is awful. Why did they change her voice here? You and your brothers give good battle, old friend. This is what your curiosity gets you. Alright, well, let's make sure she sticks in that, and we'll have the debuff. Now we can hit her, I guess. Yeah. Alright, hey. It's almost like we know what we're doing. Go us. Unleash the cannons. Oh, and even that part is just... I don't know. Seems something so strange to complain about, but the nerf to Mitron's voice was worse than Torment Runes. Worse than Torment Runes. There she is. All right. I'm not playing this well. Let's get those stacks. Those stacks. There we go. CC will do it. Go for it, savages. We doing it. All hands. Aye, aye, Captain. At least they didn't change Horrick's voice. I know, it's a meme, but I was pretty booty bothered by that one. Where is she? Where is she? Is she over here? All right. Let's do this. Catch up on us here in a second, my friends. Oh, let's get some heals out on y'all. There we go. Oh, Horrick. You so crazy. Well, I am losing my balance here. There we have it. All right. 2 seconds. I'm going to cough, and then I will catch up. Paul Jason Jr., thank you for the follow. Catching up with the chat here. Another thing is that I'm surprised when I discover that people don't know about is call target is apparently not as widely known as I think it is. Call target is a funny one. Call target is really a funny one. Ronnie, thanks for joining us. You have an excellent, excellent day. You are charging. Why are you calling target on the Fix-It robot? Caddy's just showing off at her ability to call target. Call target you see a lot in World versus World. I think people are a lot more used to using that one. And you know what? I see it in strikes. I see call target used a lot in strikes, particularly in voice and claw. You actually have to be using it there. Which can probably be condensed into a tip. Read the options. You may be surprised at what the... Yeah, agreed. Reading, well, I mean, reading just about anything in this game tends to become optional. We'll do our last one here. We'll do Nightmare, and then we will, I think, move along with our day. I'll call it a stream at that point, and then we will call it. But Nightmare, my favorite Fractal. Here we go. I love this Fractal. This Fractal is absolutely fantastic. Are those tree people? Have you never seen a Sylvari? Guess that would be the point, wouldn't it? Dessa has never seen a Sylvari. How is that possible? I love Ark so much. Oh. Torpid silence. Yeah, you were hasty. Alright. Let's get everybody in here and dump some quickness down on you savages. Nice with that Reaper pull. Hey, Reaper's getting a pretty nice little bump in the patch too. That's something that I think we're all sleeping on, is the fact that Reaper's getting a bit of a bump. That was unexpected. Let us break this bar. Oh, I have no break bar up. Good. No break bar hate up. Good job. Good job, man. But yeah, reading in this game is part of the progression, I guess. You know, it's funny. Other games you go out and grind gear. This game you got to actually start reading and playing it to move ahead with it. Oh, best Fractal. Look at us. Let's get some heal. Adequate. Arc, come on. This is top level gaming. Yeah, let me just eat every last one of those, because that's how I roll. I got you. Whoop, I had, nope. Well, I'm not far behind you. There it is. It happened. I gotta get off this thing. Caddy, res me. Save me. Oh my. Yep. Whoa. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna get past here and then we will res you. Caddy had the right idea, as usual. Get her done here. Oh yeah, have I mentioned the mobility on this build is absolutely awful as well? I'm just kidding, GG. There we go. Not my greatest shining moment on stream here. You can GG, guys. GG. You cannot. There we go. The ultimate experiment. The one where we hit our dodges. All right. The last fractal of the day. There we have it. We're getting laughed at. What's up with that, Caddy? Why are we getting laughed at? There we have it. Let's burn it down. It's a nervous laugh. Yeah, it's still... It still hurts my feelings. I'm not going to front. Not going to lie. Oh yeah, I should just stand in that. That's a good idea. We're doing it. Yay! Go Fractal enjoyers. All right.
Here we are. This will be our most ambitious and lethal challenge today. But with great risks come great rewards.
Really? Great rewards from great risks.
We must work together.
Ark is clearly on the rewards team.
You must pay close attention to my commands.
There we have it.
Given your destructive
Oh, just stop talking.
be a chance you won't be obliterated. Go on. Given your penchant for murdering things, your mathematical chance of survival is greater than zero.
All right. Where are my fingers on my keyboard? Holy crap. That was different. Hurry. There we go. Comments out of it. We discuss what you don't start out knowing what you don't know. That is, yes, absolutely true. And I think that gets lost a lot as we're trying to support new players in this game. It really is one of the biggest challenges making content, is that this game, more than any other MMO, and I've said this before, just absolutely divorces you from the new player experience the further you go. And it really is just absolutely, I don't want to say impossible, but really difficult to support newer players in this game, because you can't just go and make a new character and get a good idea of how they're going to go through it, because so much of the accounts, the unlocks are account unlocks. So much of the progression is account progression. It's so hard to get a really good idea of what a new player goes through without tuning up another account, which unfortunately is not something I'm willing to do. I'm just not willing to get another account at this point. Just not willing to juggle the logins. That's just how I roll. Skill follows progression from conscious. Yeah. Agree. Let's get a little bit of... yeah, there we go. How about some quickness, guys? How about I just get biffed around everywhere because I haven't done this fractal in forever? That's my excuse. Let's get some heals down on you savages. I'll grab this one. We may die now. You have defiled my birthday, man. Alright. Who needs some heal? Let's put some heal over there. Oh, let's die doing it. Okay. There we have it. I'm making myself look useful here. There we go. Oh, shocking aura, you so crazy. And more shocking aura. Put it out of commission. Kill the thing. Kill it with water and stuff. There we have it. So much easier with more than 2 people. Imagine that. All right, my friends. That is where we are going to call our Saturday morning. I am going to take a couple of seconds and reconnoiter in game here. I am going to go out into the backyard and mow the lawn. And I am going to... What else am I going to do? Something else. Anyways, I want to thank those of you guys who contributed today, kind of hung out, talked with me. Obviously, I love doing these Saturday morning bits. They will continue. Tuesday, I will be logging on at 9 a.m. and streaming, where it will be Buildcraft Day. It will be me moving around stuff and testing out Ventari and doing a whole bunch of stuff, seeing how sad these Elementalist things do make me, and just generally enjoying the patch. So those of you guys who are around and may want to get in on that, that'll be as soon as the patch launches on Tuesday. I will, hey, no, I appreciate you talking, Gail. You are keeping my stream alive, single-handedly, hard carrying the stream chat while I derp around on my substandard build. I am going to give you guys all the outro. I'm going to thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to remind you to have fun in-game and min-max your real life. And I am glad we took this moment, folks.